Dollar resumes relentless upward thrust as inflation Stokes Fed bets Tokyo. The dollar resumed its relentless upward push on Thursday, pushed by means of both expectancies for quicker Federal Reserve coverage tightening and safe haven flows amid growing fears of a recession. The dollar charted new 24-year highs above 128 yen and edged returned in the direction of parity with the euro, after briefly breaching the extent overnight. Meanwhile, Singapore's dollar and the Philippine peso surged towards their U.S. peer after their respective monetary authorities amazed with the aid of tightening coverage in off-cycle actions. The buck turned into 0.37% better at 137.935 yen after achieving 138.0.5 for the first time given that September 1998. The euro weakened 0.39% to $1.0020. It touched $0.9998 on Wednesday for the primary time considering December 2002. U.S. purchaser price figures overnight showed inflation, already at 4-decade highs, accelerating even in addition. The bottom line is U.S. inflation momentum is growing, Commonwealth Bank of Australia (OTC) CMWAY analyst Christina Clifton wrote in a purchaser note. Stubbornly high inflation will increase the risk that the FOMC continues to hike aggressively and triggers a recession, she stated. We anticipate that recession fears will maintain to guide USD. Traders ramped up bets that the U.S. relevant financial institution ought to raise quotes via 100 foundation points when it meets on July 26-27. A hike of as a minimum 75 basis factors is seen as nearly sure. Atlanta Fed President Raphael Bostic brought weight behind the speculation, saying the higher-than-expected inflation print puts a full-point growth on the table. The Bank of Canada later amazed markets with a percentage point charge, similarly stoking Fed bets. The greenback gained 0.11% on Canada's loonie to $1.2293 on Thursday, however after losing 0.32% in a single day. The U.S. currency slid 0.56% to 1.3960 Singapore dollars and plumbed 1.3929, the bottom due to the fact July 1, after the Monetary Authority of Singapore (MAS) tightened policy on Thursday outside of its scheduled conferences to combat soaring inflation. The greenback misplaced as a lot as 0.52% to 56 Philippine pesos because the central bank amazed with a 75 basis point hike. The New Zealand dollar dropped 0.31% to $0.61125, heading again towards Wednesday's two-year low of $0.6081, getting little support from the critical financial institutions as expected half-point charge hike that day. The Australian dollar was little modified at $0.67605, erasing an in-advance loss after facts on Thursday confirmed the jobless charge diving to a 48-year low and as costs of key export iron ore rebounded. Sterling slumped 0.4% to $1.1847, sinking returned toward a two-year low of $1.18075 reached earlier within the week. It had gotten a few small respite in a single day from records displaying the British financial system unexpectedly accelerated in May.